Hi, welcome back to Easy Does It Fitness. We're going to do some stretching today. It's going to be all on the floor, but we're going to be on our knees as well. So what we're going to do is we're just going to see how much stretching we can get done in an hour. So our first one we're going to do is, I just call it the yoga back stretch, right? So it's a nice stretch just to warm up, right? So we're nice on our knees, always remembering to have good posture. And kneel with our legs together, toes pointing straight behind us, place our hands in front of us, and then we'll just lean forward, sliding our arms away from the body. Breathing in, breathing out. In and out. And we're just going to hold all of these for 20 seconds. Hopefully we can all hold these for 20 seconds. And if not, you know what? 5 seconds, 10 seconds, however long you can is better than nothing. And you'll be surprised, just try and hold it for a couple more seconds longer every time you try it. And next thing you know, you're stretching for a long, long time. So now we're going to do our shoulder stretch. So we need to be on our knees. And we're going to reach one arm in front of us. And then we're just going to pull back, straight back with that arm. Don't pull too hard. You want to feel it in the shoulders, the arms, sides, your upper back, and your low back even. Okay. And now the other side, just reach forward. The other arm just resting beside us, and just press down slightly with the hand. We're just going to do a forearm and wrist stretch. So we're on our knees, we just bend forward, arms straight, but then we're going to have our hands, our fingers pointing towards our body, and you don't want to overstretch this. We're just going to get our forearms and our wrists, and we're going to slowly lean back to get the stretch, but with stretching we want to be careful we don't overstretch. If anything, when you're first starting out, just really take it easy. It's so easy to hurt yourself stretching if you're not used to it, that's for sure. So we want our abs nice and tight while we're doing this as well. Okay, and now we're going to go onto our back, and we're going to go into a gluteus stretch. It does your minimus, your maximus, and your medius, and also does your hips too. So we're going to lie back onto our floor. Knees towards the ceiling. And lift one leg up, straight up, stretch it over. Put that ankle onto the other knee, and then have your foot flexed, have the other foot pointed. Grab underneath the leg, the knee. Remember, in our posture, we want to have our hips even. You might see me do a few things crooked because my body is still crooked. Working towards being a fitness leader for 5 years, and I'm hoping next year my body won't be crooked anymore. Okay, down, and now we'll do the same with the other leg. Let's stretch your foot nice up in the air, flex it, bring the other leg up, flex foot on the other knee, and hold this. I'm going to push out a little bit. This is one of the exercises I do a little crooked. So I've got to kind of go like this so that my body will stay straight. Okay. And our next one, we're going to do is another gluteus one. You want to sit with good posture. Sit up nice and straight. Extend one leg, one behind us. And this stretches out our low back, our rector spinae. Press against the knee. So we stretch. If we don't stretch, our muscles will actually shorten. And if our muscles shorten, then they can't go to their full potential. I'm dyslexic too. So we're switching sides now. The opposite foot over the other leg that's extended. Pushing back with the elbow. Nice, straight, positive posture. And pressing. So what happens if when our muscles shorten due to stretching and less flexibility, they actually will become weaker. The bigger the muscle, obviously, the more power it's going to have. And shortened muscles are, in fact, shorter and smaller. They're not as long. There's so many benefits to stretching. Especially if you're on a plane and the guy beside you doesn't move too well. I can just climb all over him. I didn't touch him though. So now we're going to do an obliques and a hamstring, right? So we're just going to sit nice and tall. We'll put the one foot to the other thigh, one leg straight out, having the foot flexed. And then this is going to stretch our obliques, sides of us, and our back. Your rector spinae, your low back. So it's just a nice, gentle stretch to one side. Keeping in mind, keeping our hips even. A nice, strong posture. So it in fact takes the body 20 minutes of aerobic activity to be fully warmed up. So I suggest, especially before stretching, always want to be fully warmed up before you stretch. If you stretch cold muscles, they tend to cramp up and you can actually be hurting yourself instead of trying to become a healthier, stronger you. Remembering our posture, just keep it nice and strong. So they say a minimum of 15 seconds to get a good stretch to 20 seconds. I'm thinking 20 seconds, I should be alright. But when I first started exercising, some of these stretches I couldn't even hold for 5 seconds. So do not be afraid if some of these stretches you find a little difficult. And by any means, pull back, this is an adductor stretch, right? Our inside of our legs. Now, if you can only go like this and hold on to your legs at any of these exercises, just do it to the best of your ability. Even if you're not even close to how you're supposed to be stretching, think about it as you're doing the full stretch, even though you're not, and eventually, your muscles will train that way, and the next thing you know, you can almost do the splits, I don't think I've always wanted to do the splits, but I don't know if I'd ever be able to get that, but you never know. See my videos in 5 years from now, I might be doing the splits. Never thought I'd be here in 5 years anyways. Yes, we want to have good posture, always remembering that. Our feet together. Knees to the sides. We can hold our ankles, or you can push down on your knees a little bit. But remember, at any time, if you feel a really bad twinge, just pull up, just ease up. Don't stop it all together, but then slowly go back down and oh, that's as far as I can go. Well, then that's as far as you can go. just going to roll over on our stomach. And this one, if you have a bad back, please do not do this one. This is, you really should have some good back strength. But this is our Cobra. So we've got our hands straight in front of us, down front, and then we're just going to lift right straight up and thinking about elongating. We don't want to hyperextend. I do not recommend this stretch to most people. You do have to have good, strong, low back muscles for this. And if you do, then this is a really, really good stretch for you. You might not want to start off with this one. And like any of these stretches, just skip, if that one doesn't work for you, then by all means skip it. It took me 5 years to get in this shape, so who knows how long it might take you. All right, so, this is one of my favorites. This is the super adductor stretch. So we're lying straight on our back. We want to make sure we have our low back nice and firmly planted into the ground. And then we're just going to put our feet straight up and then bring them out to the sides. I actually need a little bit more room here. So again, this is another one that works the insides of our legs, our adductors. I'm just holding them nicely onto my knees, making sure the hips are straight and even. Is long, we're happy, we smile. Because smiling only takes 20 muscles and frowning takes 42. So we don't want to frown, we want to smile. I'm afraid I haven't been actually timing these stretches properly. The clocks don't seem to be working too well. And we'll bring it in. And now we're just going to stretch straight out. Our head and our toes. This is actually just a nice, good stretch for the abs. All of them, actually. Get them in the sides. Our 8-pack. People call them 6-pack, but there's actually 8 muscles there. If you get going on, if you get in good enough shape there, you'll see an 8-pack. We're just stretching up as high as we can. Thinking about elongating, getting as long as possible. And now we're going to have our knees in the air, straight up. And now we're just going to drop them off to one side. Okay, now you can just stay here and put your arms straight out to each side, keeping at the shoulder height out. And for the advanced people, you put that leg out to the side, all the way out, long, flexing it right out, and then using the other arm as a table for it. And then look the other way, from the legs, from the direction that the legs are down. Again, thinking about keeping our hips as even as possible. We want to have nice, positive posture. And then from there, we're just going to curl up into a little bit of a ball there. We'll put our one arm straight over our head, and now we're going to pull the top leg to the back of us. Hips are even, and actually out forward. This is our hamstring stretch. That was our quadricep stretch. Whoops. Our quadricep stretch. So you can hold at the ankle or in the middle of your foot between your toes and the ankle. shoulders back onto the ground. Lift your legs up. Put your legs back down. Knees to the ceiling. And now we're just going to drop our legs, our knees to the other side. And again, if you prefer just having your legs over to the side, that's a great place to start. And if you're advanced, then we want to put the legs straight out and into your other hand. And now we'll look the other way from our legs. And we'll hold this stretch. Curl up into a little ball, arms straight over our head, lying on the floor, the back, and other hamstring, hips even, and pelvic tilt, pushing the hips forward. Shoulders on the ground, lift your legs up, put your feet down, and now you can just get up nice on your side, or rocking yourself up is also another nice safe way to get back up again. Now, with stretching, it's really important to do it 2 or 3 times, and we're going to try and do it a little bit longer this time. Okay, so we are going to do these all over again. So we're going to do the yoga back stretch, as I call it. On our knees, arms out straight in front of us, and then just pressing down slightly, pulling back slightly. So we're going to go for 40 seconds instead of around 20, 30 seconds like we did last time. All right. And we'll do our shoulder stretches. One arm straight out. And just press down. We're going to feel it in the shoulder, the arms, sides, upper back, low back. So it's like the other one, but we've just got one arm out instead. Remember to breathe too. Nice breathe in and out. Okay. And now we'll do the other arm. We always breathe out more than we breathe in. We will never faint. And that's true. If we breathe out more than in, we actually get more oxygen to our brain and we can think clearer. Clearer or clearly, depending on the situation. Most people don't realize, when you're caught off guard or something upsets you, what we tend to do is we tend to breathe in and hold our breath, starving our brain of oxygen, and then we can't think clearly. So it really is important to breathe out more than in. we'll move back. Awesome. Now we're going to do our forearm and our wrist stretch again. So stay on our knees, fingers pointed towards us, and then we just sit back to get the stretch we want out of it. Alright, and we'll go on to our glutes and our low back. Do this one again, pressing our leg over the straight extended one. Nice tall posture. Remember to smile. Another thing to do when you're in a stretch, so after the first 4 or 5 seconds, go even deeper into the stretch and hold it. Okay, and let's move to the other side, straight. Nice tall posture. Deep, a little deeper into it after 4 or 5 seconds. We always pretend to have nice, strong posture. We actually will attain it quicker. Okay, and let's do our obliques, our hamstrings. So one foot into the thigh, and then just nice reach over. And just a little bit further in. We also want to make sure we keep our hips even here. It's easy to have one hip go up and one go down. Remembering to smile. We're having fun. And now on to the other side. And just easy over. Keeping your hips even. And do our adductor stretch. We're coming up on a half hour here pretty quick. Positive posture, nice and straight. And we're smiling. close to our half hour, and I think I'll sign off before it's gone. I actually like to end my my workouts with a nice long stretch. At least one time through. You want to do 2 times at least. So I thank you very much for joining me today. Have a good day. Actually, I'm wrong. I still have 5 minutes. Okay, we're gonna finish these then. Okay, so our next one in our rotational was the Cobra. Our stomachs. Just press up. Doing about elongating, not hyperextending. And remember, if you have a bad low back, please do not do this. Even some of those other ones, when I say for the spine rectae, rector spinae. I'll learn these words eventually. I might know how to spell them, but I can't pronounce them. You want to take it really easy. You just, if you're starting out, you want to take it easy on every exercise. And you will notice your improvement. You just got to keep going at it. Oh, you should have seen me at first. Oh, it was terrible, really. I could hardly do anything. And I was just so upset that I could hardly do anything. But I can do almost everything now. I do have a bad knee, so I don't jog. And I don't bicycle, but I can do pretty much everything else. So we're going to do the super adductor stretch. Hold that. I'm holding everything we're trying for 40 seconds this time. And we're smiling. Breathing. If it's too much, then you just pull it in a little bit. If you don't feel you're being challenged, then stretch even further into it. Okay. And now, I'm going to stretch our legs straight up, our ankle onto our other knee, having our foot flexed, the other one pointed straight ahead. Okay. This stretches all parts of our glutes, maximus, medius, and minimus. Stretches our hips too. So it's another reason why it's important to keep your hips as straight as possible. Okay, and now the other leg stretches straight up. Flex the foot, the other knee. Hips are straight, back is into the ground. Low back. On the ground. This stretch. Believe it or not, lots of stretching will make you feel very strong, and you'll look longer, you'll look leaner, and you'll feel leaner. Okay, so now we have our knees straight into the air, and we're just going to plop them over to one side. Remember, you can just have your knees, or you can put your foot straight up, and then look the opposite direction. And now, let's do the other side. Knees over on the other way. Foot straight up if you want. Remember, you can just have your knees down. Just remember to do everything just nice and gentle. Especially if it's your first time. You may not